let's graph both of these equations here. And notice these are rational equations because we have the variable in the denominator. So in number 33 and 35, we'll set up tables for them, and I'm going to graph both of them on this coordinate system. Let us set up a table here. Why don't we start now? Can we start at 0? No, because what happens at 0? We get undefined. So let's go to the left one and to the right one. So we'll go, how about if we go to -1 and +1? Now if we put -1 in here, we'll get -4 over -1, which will give us 4. And if we put 1 in, we'll get -4 over 1, which is -4. So we're going to get 2 points here. We're going to go to the left one, up 4. Let's do that. So we'll start the origin, left 1, up 4. That'll put us here. And then, what about this one? To the right one, down 4. So starting at the origin, to the right one, down 4. That'll put us down here. Now let's go out 2 in both directions. So we'll go to -2, +2. So at -2, we're at -4 over -2, which is +2. And at +2, we're at -4 over 2, which is -2. So right here, we're going to go to the left 2, up 2. So go over the origin, go to the left 2, up 2. That'll put us right here. And then for the last one here, we're going to go to the right 2, down 2. All right, so start at the origin, to the right 2, down 2. That'll put us here. Now let's try 3s. You know, I don't want to do a 3 because if I put in a 3, you see what's going to happen? I'm going to get a 3 here, and then we'll get a fraction. I can get away from those fractions if I choose something for x that will nicely divide into 4. How about if we choose 4? So let's go to the left 4 and to the right 4. So if we go to the left 4, we're at -4 over -4, which is 1. And to the right 4, we're at -4 over 4, which is -1. So let's plot these points. So we're going to go, to the left 4, up 1. So starting right at the origin, to the left 4, up 1 puts us here. Put a point there. And then down here, to the right 4, down 1. So starting at the origin, to the right 4, down 1, and that will put us right here. Now, I'm going to try something just to see what happens here. You know, I can kind of see what's going to happen. If I start here and go out, it's going to approach the x-axis. And same thing here, it's going to approach the x-axis. I just want to see what happens as I get really close to 0. So let's try a number like, might be a little awkward. Let's try 1/2, -1/2, and +1/2. So if we try -1/2, we'll get -4 over -1/2, which is -4 over, -4 over 1 times -2 over 1, which is +8. So we're going to go to the left 1/2 and up 8. So over here, here's the origin. We're going to go about 1/2 this way, 1/2 this way, and then up 8 this way. So we'll put a point there. And then it's going to be symmetric on the other side, right? Because we'll get a positive. So we're going to go 1/2 and then down 8. So I'm going to put a point here. Okay, so I think I can see what's happening here. Let's start down here. I'm going to start from the left and move in. I'm going to draw as best I can a smooth curve through these points. And it looks like as I get close to 0 here, as we close in on 0, this curve is shooting up, 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 and up. Now we never get to 0, right? So we get really close to 0, but the curve is never going to touch that axis. And same thing over here. What's happening here? We're going to come in like this. As I get really close to 0, the curve gets really close to that y-axis, but will never touch it. And do you see what happens here? As we go out this way, the x values are getting more negative. So more negative, more negative. So if I take up here, a negative divided by even more negative is still going to be positive. This will always be positive. No matter how far we go out here, it's negative. So I get what? I get, see what's happening? I get a negative over a negative, which is positive. So the curve is always above the x-axis. And then as we're way out here, what's going to happen here? Well, if these are getting more and more positive, right? But they're still positive. These are positive x values. And if I put a positive x value in here, I'm getting a negative over a positive. Now I'll write that back down here. Okay, if I put a positive number in here, it would be a negative from the negative 4 over positives, which is a negative. So as x gets bigger and bigger, it's still positive. I'll get negative 4 over positive, which is negative. But negative means that the curve is always below the axis. So the curve is always going to be below that x-axis. So we've got a pretty good graph now of y equals negative 4 over x. Now let's set up a table for x and y for number 35. So again, x can't be 0, right? So what if we go to the left one to the right one? Well, to the left one we'll get 8 over negative 1, so that'll give us negative 8. And we'll get 8 over positive 1, which is positive 8. So that puts us here. To the left one, down 8, right? So I'm going to come down here. To the left one, down 8. All right, so let's do it in a different color. So to the left one, down 8. And then from this one to the right one, up 8. So starting at the origin, to the right one, up 8. That puts us here. Now let's try 2. So to the left 2, to the right 2. So if I go to the left 2, right, I'm going to put that negative 2 right in here. So that will give us 8 over negative 2, which is negative 4. And then put the positive 2 in. 8 over positive 2 is plus 4. So this one here at negative 2, we're going to go to the left 2, down 4. All right, so starting from the origin, to the left 2, down 4. Let's put a point there. To the left 2, down 4. And then this one here, to the right 2, up 4. Right, so starting at the origin, to the right 2, up 4. We'll put a point there. Now, again, like we did in the last one, I don't want to put in the 3's, because if I put in a 3, you see it's just awkward. 8 over 3. Pick a number that will divide nicely into 8, like 4. So let's choose 4's. We'll go out 4 in both directions. So let's go to negative 4 and positive 4. And then if I put negative 4, put that negative 4 here, back up here, we'll get 8 over negative 4, which is negative 2, and then 8 over positive 4, which is positive 2. So from this one, we're going to go to the left 4, down 2. Let's do it. Starting at the origin, to the left 4, down 2. Left 4, down 2 puts us here, and then this one here, to the right 4, up 2. So I will go, start at the origin, to the right 4, up 2 puts us here. And I'm going to put in one more. Let's just continue this down here. Let's put in 8. I mean, 8 divides into 8 nicely. So let's go out to the left 8, to the right 8. So we'll get 8 over negative 8 is negative 1. 8 over positive 8 is positive 1. So we're going to do what? We're going to go to the left 8, down 1. So start at the origin. Go to the left 8, way down here, down 1. We'll put a point there. Left 8, down 1. And then from this last one here, we'll go to the right 8, up 1. So starting at the origin, all the way out to 8, and then up 1. Okay, I think we can get a decent curve here. So I'm going to do it from the right side. It's going to come down like this. Oh, I missed that. You know what? Let me try that again. So I'm just going to come down like this. And again, the curve is not going to touch either one of those axes. And then coming from the left, I'm going to come in like this, a little wobbly. So I think you get the idea. All right, so I think we've got a good graph of both negative 4 over x and 8 over x.